Other interesting business news, you have Kohls missing their earnings and their stock crashed 22.6%, which is quite bad to say the least. Now, I'm by no means a Kohls aficionado. As you know, I've had the same suit for about a decade. Granted, I would say buy once, cry once, bad quality will make it last forever. I'm also a man and really don't shop for much clothing. You really don't need much. Truth be told, the gym shorts I have from middle school work just fine for exercise, but I partially digress. Kohls is where they have some brilliant marketing campaigns. The ladies love the Kohls dollars and a couple of those promos, but like many traditional retailers, they're struggling to actually get their sales up and continue to try to exist. Now, this is brought to us first thanks to CNBC News, specifically Marcelo Rapitko and Sean Callanan, who are the writers there for this one. They know that, quote, Kohls stock plummets more than 20% after massive earnings miss, which, again, that's number one way to piss off Wall Street, break the hearts of investors, and also cause some concern for your employees. Because again, every time you miss those earnings, you lose a lot of faith. People will sell the stock just on that alone. Then the people who are kind of speculating, maybe I'll buy the Kohls stock. Well, if you can't hit the sales figures you said you're going to hit, that again decreases the confidence, and even fewer people are going to invest in the company. So again, I mean, it's not a coincidence. Every time they miss their earnings, I'm trying to think. Let me know in the comments. I can't think of a single outlier where a company missed their earnings and the stock went up. I can't remember if that happened even once in 2023. Now, they had a little interview with their CEO, Tom Kingsbury, and again, he said that he chalked up the slower sales to tough comparisons. He said the department store had higher than unusual clearance items in that period a year ago as it tried to clean up inventory and jumpstart a turnaround plan. Now, they also say that so far the efforts have not shown to match the numbers. Kohls reported a net loss of $27 million, about correlated to 24 cents per share for the first quarter compared to a year ago. Profit of $14 million or 13 cents per share. Net sales decreased 5% to $3.18 billion compared to a year prior. Yeah, it looks like loss per share is 24 cents versus a profit of 4 cents per share last year. Revenue came in at $3.18 billion, which again, I'd say value, that's like an incredible amount of revenue. That's great. Now, that being said, what's the profit look like? And they also told Wall Street, well, we expected to make about $3.34 billion. Now, they also said they're going to lower their 2024 guidance. So for the whole fiscal year, they're saying, okay, we missed this for quarter. We're also going to decrease our projections for the whole year as well, which yet another lack of faith in your ability to make the sales. I know there are a lot of things that are affecting that industry. It's not just them, but you need to, as a wise man once said, adapt or die. So it'll be interesting. If you look at their stock, oh, Moses, it is quite a stark contrast. So they were hovering around there and then crashed. A straight line, just almost like the Wile E. Coyote in the old Acme cartoons with the Roadrunner, just right down the cliff. And I mean, strolling out, 5 years, it's been pretty precarious. It's been all over the place. Past 1 year, still pretty much all over the place. Year to date, trying to see if they have the price range here. They don't give the nice summary like they do on other websites. But the stock is, and again, not financial advice by any means. I always tell people I always think the best, investment you can do is just invest in yourself, learn a new trade, or maybe start a business. High risk, but high reward in theory. Yeah, this stock is pretty unstable. It's not doing great. And again, it went up a little bit after it fell. See, went up a little bit. But again, that's like the number one thing I always ask people when they tell me, I usually just, again, invest in my businesses. But with some of my financial friends, they talk about, some of these companies are growing, some are shrinking. Especially for retail, what is the compelling reason to make someone go to the store? Now, a couple years ago, Kohls had a good idea to partnership with Amazon, which, again, perhaps, teaming up with the super competitor isn't smart long term, but short term, they got, free returns for Amazon. If you had something for Amazon you like, you return it to a Kohls store, and you don't have to pay for the postage to return it. So I got people to go inside the store, which, again, that's half the battle of retail. How do you get someone into your store? That's one of the most difficult questions to answer in some cases. And with Kohls, granted, I'm of course not their target audience. When was the last time you went to a Kohls? For me, probably 20 years ago. I'm trying to think what I was doing in middle school or elementary school. Maybe elementary school. But yeah, what's a compelling reason to go to Kohls? And do you plan on spending any more money on clothing this year? Well, again, for the most part, clothing is one of the biggest luxuries people spend money on. More often than not, it's disposable, especially if you're highfalutin into fashion. You want to have a new style every season or some fancy stuff like that. But yeah, during unprecedented economic and political uncertainty, I don't know anyone who's just going to go, oh yeah, it's a, weekend's coming up, let's go to Kohls. Like, and if you have kids who are growing quickly, well, I would always say just buy used clothes because they're going to grow out of it. But nevertheless, let's say you have so much money to buy new clothes for your kids. They're also cheaper, or yeah, what's a nice way of saying cheaper? More of an economical price point. You have competitors like Gap and Baby Gap, and what was the other one? The Old Navy. So again, let me know in the comments, what is a compelling reason to go to Kohls, and when is the last time you went? As always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.